Today, I'm going to talk to you about a program called Calibre. If you like reading or just use different formats for instructional materials, not just books, but also download documents, or if you just don't like PDF, this is a great program to use. So I go into my Launchpad, open it up right here, give it a second to load. Now you're going to come up with the traditional interface, and right here I have this PDF my sister gave me about Thanksgiving from the Native American perspective, but it's in PDF, and I really dislike PDF sometimes, and it's more convenient if I'm reading something to use the actual reading app on Apple. That way it syncs through all my devices. And so using this as an example, okay, see it's loaded up right here. And it's pretty simple to use. You go to convert books. I only have one book to convert, and then come up here with some more options. Up here in the top right, I have it set as EPUB, but you can turn it into a Word document or a document for Kindle. I know recently Kindle had an update or newer versions like my wife has. I'm unable to give her books or documents to read because it wasn't bought from the Kindle store. My older version from 10 years ago, perfectly fine. You just hook up the USB cord to the computer and just drag and drop into the files, and it seems to work okay with that. There are other options here with a lot of acronyms. I have no idea what they mean. If you want to make a zip out of it, I do know what that means. So that's what that is there. Okay, so this is a pretty small, it's more of a pamphlet than an actual book. You go to OK, there's other options here. Let's see, preferences. Okay, we'll go through that in a little bit. So now it's starting the job of converting it. And it is done. Now, I haven't yet figured out how to change where this is saved. It's probably an easy way to do it. I'm just not thinking about it right now. But right now I have to go into the main users section and open up the Calibre library. Sometimes this folder is actually has the name of the title on it. Other times you have to go into it. Right here you can see it made a copy of EPUB. It made another copy of the PDF. And then there's a copy of the cover. So I open up the EPUB, my iBooks should open. And there we are. So we have an actual copy of it in here. And let's get through all that. You can also, obviously, you guys know how to use iBooks to change the font size, and I somehow can't remember how to change the font size. There we go. So now I can take this and it will sync up to my phone and my iPad, and I can skim through it wherever I go. I use this a lot for books I get from the library. I can download, and it might not be in the right format, or the library might not have iBooks, so I transfer it this way. I was able to use this last semester when I had to download some PDFs that were very long and very hard to read in PDF format. So transferred to iBooks and was able to adjust the font and get everything on the page that was pleasant for me to read. If you go up here to some options, you get right program. Okay, here are some of the common options. You can adjust the page setup how you want to do that. There's a lot of things in here. I am not one of those that like to go into the weeds about adjusting how it originally comes. So there's plugins I haven't used. You can adjust your own columns. You can add your own cover to books if you want. I just find this very handy to use, and I know some of the manuscripts I make of some of the books I'm writing, I format them and it doesn't format correctly, So I use this program to actually format it for iBooks or Kindle. Uh, Once again, it's called Calibre. I use it often. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.